but you have traveled so much. And for most of us, mere mortals, the question is, which countries have you been to? I suspect that for Wole Soyinka, the question is, which countries have you not been to? Could you respond to that? Are there countries you have not visited?
Okay, before I just remember, I was going to add something about creative space.
Yes.
I don't want to lose that.
Sure.
I began by saying that as one gets into a piece of work, one actually succeeds, can convert without, much hard conscious work, or can convert virtually any space to a space of silence. Of course, the plane rides is what brought me back.
That's right.
I can work in a plane from start to finish. To the extent that I would even have a neighbor saying, what's the matter with you? You haven't stopped working since we came in. The waiter has been, because no telephones.
Yes.
And spaces, even in the car, you can jot things down, write a certain note, and so on and so forth. So the practical aspect, I didn't want to lose that because many writers, would then say, especially the young writers who listen and take things literally.
Yes.
You can listening to this or reading about it, just say, yes, I can just manage this. It's conversion is important. Now, which places have I been to?
Have you not been to?
No, not been to. Been to. Now, that's a very difficult question. Which places have I not been to? I've been to, I look towards Asia. I think it's there we're likely to find a place I haven't been to. Laos, for instance, comes to mind. I've been to other areas, other nations, places there. I think I haven't been to Laos. On the African continent, I cannot think which country I've not visited.
Yes.
Coming from the south now, coming upward, Sierra, Namibia, North Mali, Libya,
Morocco,
South Africa. I can't think of any one country I haven't been to on the African continent.
So the question then is, for somebody like you who has traveled so widely, so how, if somebody said our world is, how would you describe the world that you see, that you have seen?
I'm going to use a cliche, very human.
Yes.
In other words, everywhere I go, what I discover is humanity.
Yes, right.
And by that, I mean with all its variety.
Yes.
Its contradictions, its ability to cope or failure, inability to cope with phenomena, even with regular phenomena. The contest for dignity, very, very strong in most areas. That includes even in the European world, which claims to sort of settled, more or less, all questions of human entitlement, dignity, and so on. Go to the States, go to the Bowery, and you see horrors of human degradation. People reduced to what I call the unconscious state of humanity. They're not aware even of their surrounds, poverty, and so on. So all these issues of dignity, and for me, dignity is tied up with human volition, the ability to decide for yourself what you will do tomorrow or the day after, subject to certain constraints. So when I travel and I see those spaces, those areas which are occupied by what I call socially designated subhumans, and that also reminds me that no matter how advanced a country is, they also have their sections which are very similar to our own problematic zones.
Yes.
I think that's the major thing, that life seems to be a continuing struggle.
What's home for you?
In Abeokuta.
So,
what is home for me?
What is home?
Right here, this one.
Yeah, this one.
Very space
this space.
In which
yes.
we're seated. And it took some finding. I knew exactly what I was looking for. I toured before acquiring the piece of land, I knew I wanted to stay in Ogun State, of course. Ideally, I call myself Ijegba, because I'm half Egba and half Jabu, and so I wanted a place between here, in the west. And I searched and found the fount of a stream somewhere. Yes, so that's good. It means I'm water self-sufficient.
Yes.
Sink a bowl. That's a stage one.
Yes.
Before I even began building. And so I was part and parcel of the building. I actually labored myself.
Didn't you help in the design of the house?
I designed the house myself.
You designed it,
yeah. So then invited not so much an architect, but a structural engineer, who happens to be an architect also, to assist me in realizing it. And we worked together on it. So it's part of me, I'm part of it, and that, therefore, is home.
Wow. So as we speak, one has this sense of being enmeshed in nature. So there are the birds all over all around us, and there is nature all around us. And I do know that you were an avid hunter at some point. Have you given that up?
Me?
Yes.
No, not at all.
Oh,
I
you
don't
still
hunt
hunt?
as much as I
Yes.
used to.
Yes.
But now that you ask the question, I've set myself a target date when I must resume.
Yes.
That resumption would have taken place earlier. There are two kinds of hunt in which I indulge. My favorite being what I call taking my gun for a walk. That is just plunging into the bush by myself, and just communing and then blasting away at any creature foolish enough to come within gun sight. Then the other one, in which we go deep into the forest, the Paogun and I go with traditional hunters. That latter, which lots of preparation and made and so on, has diminished considerably. I still took my gun for a walk just about maybe 3 weeks ago, not far from here. That was okay. So, unfortunately, I have not been indulging in that kind of hunt of recent.
Yes.
But I still, in the neighborhood, just go out and see what I can bag.
I'm delighted to sit with you at your home and to have this very extraordinary conversation. Thank you very much for welcoming me to your home.
You're welcome.
Thank you.